Johnson Controls was formed in the year 1883, and it was founded by a gentleman called Professor Warren Johnson. And Warren Johnson is an inventor, like your electric bulbs, telephones. So something which he invented was a thermostat. Tell me, how many of you have heard this term for the first time? Okay. No, you cannot be half. You have to be either here or down. Okay. So you are all from instrumentation, right? Okay. So I'm not an engineer, so I don't know much of science. So please excuse me if I say something wrong. As per my knowledge goes, thermostat is a device which controls or gives you, tells you something about the room temperature. The temperature of this room, and whether it is cold, whether it's hot, whether it's humid, what is the environment, and so on and so forth. That's the temperature, that is the thermostat which you get to see today. 1883, it was just a plain thermostat telling the temperature, and he invented in the United States of America, where you need extreme cooling condition or heating condition, and you had big tall buildings, and manually people have to run up and down to check the temperatures to keep the building in comfortable situation. So it is considered as one of the top 50 glorious inventions of that time. So that's what Johnson Control is, and we have been in existence for the last 130 years. What do we do as a business? Well, I really expect all of you to visit our website. But what we do is essentially we are into building automation, which is called building efficiency. That's what I represent. Building automation is to do something about intelligent building, energy saving, energy optimization, making a building clean air, saving energy, making it perfectly climate control, and things of those kind. We are into automotives. We are the world leaders in manufacturers, design and manufacture of car seats, and Tata Nano is one of our contribution. We are also into car interiors. So name any vehicle across the globe, Johnson Control supplies seats to them. So the recent innovation in the seats are some of the high-end cars, the seat adjusts to your body's ergonomics. That is an invention by Johnson Controls. Some of the seats are controls the body temperature accordingly. If the outside temperature is very hot and you are sweating, it controls the temperature within the seat. That's what Johnson Control invented. So we have done a lot of these kind of innovations and inventions in the seats. The other business which we are in, it's called Power Solution. It has nothing to do with power generation, but definitely a lot to do with power storage, which is in the form of car batteries, lead acid batteries. We are again a world leader in the lead acid batteries business, and in fact lead acid is considered one of the most environment non-friendly kind of stuff, but Johnson Control has ensured and it has been vetoed by the Obama administration and President Barack Obama himself about a facility in North America which recycles 1 million car batteries, lead batteries every year, and it is completely environment friendly. So we are also very much conscious about the environment. Amaron is one of the brands in India where we do technology transfer with Amaraja batteries, but the product is Johnson Controls. So these are the three primary business. We are close to $42 billion organization, ranked amongst the top Fortune 100 globally. We are based out of Milwaukee in North America, and we are present across all the countries, all the continents, including Antarctica. And as I speak, one of my colleagues is already in Antarctica in the Bharti station. So every year we send our engineers to Bharti station. So that's in brief about Johnson Controls. I would really appreciate all of you to get in our website and know more about the organization. I represent the India Engineering Center. We are the global innovation and the engineering center supporting building automation and the global strategic initiatives across Johnson Controls. So our engineers are based out of Pune, Bombay and Gurgaon, and we have at any given point of time we have global assignments and people are in overseas doing project commissioning across the globe. That's where Antarctica comes in. So this is in brief about Johnson Controls. Is one of the most well-known organization in automation as well as in environment and energy focus and power storage. India Engineering Center has been hiring students for the last 4 to 5 years through the campus selection process, and each year we come to different parts of the country. We do pooled campuses and we don't hire in big quantities or big numbers. Neither are we looking for students who are extremely bright in studies. Of course, that is a plus point, but it is an entire personality, the integrity, your overall persona, how you present yourself, what is your attitude, your behavior, your communication skills, and the most important aspect is how good are you in application of basic science and engineering knowledge. Do not try to be giving an analog answer. Maybe try to be specific and try to use your common sense, logic, the basic physics, math, which has been taught to you. And another thing which is very important is how well you articulate yourself. Are you able to answer the question? Don't try to show off your knowledge, but articulate. Whatever is being told, listen and answer to the point. That's what we look. And that's what we expect. Not only our organization, I think so many of my peer organizations will be also doing that. The technical interview rounds are going to be extremely grueling, extremely grueling. It can be as short as 5 minutes. Doesn't mean that you are not good. The guy who has been the shortest interview and has been the topper has just actually sat in both the rounds for not more than 5 minutes. So it is not that if you are being interviewed for a long time that you are being good or bad. It is just that if you are too good, we try to know how better you can go. If you are too bad, we try to give you multiple options. But if you are a guy who is good, but who is answering to the point, who knows what is being asked, is able to present himself or herself well, shows the requisite enthusiasm, the passion of being an engineer. 3 Idiots sab logon ne dekha hai na? The passion of being an engineer, that's exactly what we look for. You are all young, dynamic people. We are all looking for people who are showing extreme enthusiasm even at 4 o'clock in the morning. Ready for another grueling round. That's it. Because that is what is going to happen when you are in a site, when you are in a project. You never know what weather condition you are in. You never know what time of the day you are in. But that is what we want to see. And that is my advice to all of you, that if you want to crack any interviews, please be an engineer and a smart engineer. Do not be a Google engineer. Okay? You can Google up, you still, when you were young, many of you understand Hindi. Nakal ke liye bhi akal chahiye hota hai, right? So even if you Google, you need to hit the right search to understand what you have to do. Else Google can really make you crazy. So that's all from my end. I don't want, it's already 6. I know many of you want to go home. I've been waiting throughout the day. I'm open for any sort of questions. Good questions. So, why did we hire first time an IT background? We are an engineering company, come on. We manufacture chillers, we manufacture controllers. Why IT? So my center, which is called the India Engineering, or otherwise known as the Center of Excellence in Engineering. Okay. So what do? We provide engineering support to our branches. We provide engineering support and innovations to the Global Innovation Center. So engineering also needs technology. Building automation, automotive seatings, these are very good core engineering companies, but they have realized that there are a lot of important stuff which a technology can leverage. The only industry, and I've been to multiple industry in my 17 years of career, okay, the only industry which has leveraged technology to the fullest extent is the banking industry. Highly technology savvy, any bank, sarkari, private, MNCs, right? So these sort of industry, the core engineering companies who are very strong fundamentalists in engineering skills, have now started realizing that technology is a lot of stuff, and if we leverage the technology, then we can make our products smarter, we can make it cost effective, we can reach out to more people. Coming up with multiple products, applications. So sitting in this building, you would know what is the exact energy consumption across all the floors, across all the rooms in different part of the day. What would be the energy consumption of a similar building in Tokyo? What would be the energy consumption in a similar building in Germany? What are the environmental factors which is affecting the energy consumptions? What are the tenancy occupancy rates which is ensuring that the heating system or the cooling system should be up or down? How do you optimize the lighting system and the other energy consumption stuff? All sitting in your iPads or on your laptops. We design these kind of products, leveraging the technology. How you can host a server stuff in call. So a service engineer goes today to repair the chiller. He or she should know exactly that sitting here, looking at the chiller and say that exactly which hour, how many days, hours and minutes from now it is going to face a breakdown, and what kind of breakdown, and what is the downtime the client is going to suffer. That amount of precision we can set without even going to the site. The service engineer at least goes to the site. So that kind of products and tech, that's the technology bandwidth and leverage we are building. It is not an IT support center. There is a definitely strong IT infrastructure center. These are the technology development center, which is using the domain knowledge of the building automation or of an automotive or of a power solution, making the technology sit on it, developing products, the smart edge, new edge products, which may not be a hard product, but can be a mobile app also. So today, it can be a build, suppose this, there are many systems, suppose this entire 5 buildings of this campus is all centralized in terms of heating, cooling, fans, lights, elevators. There is an interview today at 7:30. The building automation manager knows that students will start coming in by 6:30. So sitting at his home, he can have the application switch on, that the air conditioning system should be on, the water systems should be filled up, the lighting systems of the main and the foyer area should start up, the backup server should be starting up. By the time he is there at 6:30, he knows these things are up and running. By the time 7:30 the students coming in, the building is up and warm. Everything with the click of a button from his mobile. This is technology. Using the domain knowledge of building automation. It's just not Bluetooth. It's far, far ahead than that. So that is what automation instrumentation has done today. Okay. So by 2017, no cars, or almost 100% of the cars, would be in an auto ignition system. So that's the development of Johnson Controls. So the moment a car stops, you hit the brake and you stop at a signal, right? The engine turns off. It's just on a dormant mode. It is not consuming fuel. Yet The aircon is on, yet the heating system is on. The stereos are on, but you are not consuming fuel. The moment you press the accelerator, everything comes back in line in a spur of few seconds. That is technology. That's what Johnson Control has done in automotive. See, the thing is that any branch of study can grow only when you are ready to take challenges. The world today is moving into automated domain, mobile apps domain, from PCs to laptops to handheld devices. Everything is technology driven and everything has an automation into it. Whether you're talking about the FMCG products, so you have a washing machine at your home, that is also instrumentation. It needs algorithms. It needs the closed loop and open loop technologies. You have water heater geysers. You can control everything through a Bluetooth device. You can also map the Bluetooth with your car Bluetooth. So the moment you are leaving your office, it can and you switch on your GPS, it can actually calculate based on the distance, the traffic, and the automated systems at home. And accordingly, it will calculate when you will be reaching. So its air condition would be on, the geyser would be on, the lightings would be on, without even eating up your energy, and without you actually going and switching on stuff. That is automation. So you talk, everything needs instrumentation. The base is instrumentation. You are bringing technology to it. So 18% of my employee strength today are women, and I have today at least 3 of them for the last 1.5 years. One in New Jersey, another one is in Melbourne. The third lady, I think so, is in Singapore, or she is in Baltimore. I don't recollect exactly. They are based out of the branch. If required, they go to the project, but they are supporting the business. And engineering doesn't mean always sitting on the going to project. Yes, that is very critical. Our kind of engineering is building. So sometimes it may not be safe, but there are many instances. A building project manager is a lady in other countries, also in Johnson Controls. Plus, there are a lot of engineering activity done from Bombay, Pune, and Gurgaon in terms of hardware submittals, software designing, in terms of graphic engineering, and it is done by all men and women equally. There is also a lot of coding and programming which happens. Today, we are close to 500 plus engineers between these 3 locations. By the time you guys will be joining, we would be somewhere around 600, of which around 18 to 20% are women. The reason is that Johnson Control, unlike an IT company, is not into body shopping. Do you understand what is body shopping? Body shopping means IT companies today, majorly the IT firms, the big 4s or the big 5s, what they do is they have projects and they need people who are billable, who are chargeable. And they need billable to sit in the client location for those projects. Right? So, I'm sorry?
Despite the rising demand of engineers,
yeah, we don't require that kind of big numbers, because we are across the globe around 175,000 employees. We don't need huge number of people. We do need people, okay, globally, but we are selective because this is a core engineering company. This is not a factory for which I am hiring, where I would require high number or large number of people, workforce. Especially for my business unit, which is a niche innovation and engineering center, I need the best. There is automotive division also. They might be hiring people. It's a big organization. Somewhere it would be in bigger numbers, somewhere it would be in smaller numbers. But globally we are a very lean organization. A $42 billion company having only 175,000 people. Compare it with any of the Accentures or TCSs of the world, would be double the number, but may not be actually at the same amount of in terms of turnover. It's a lean organization.
It's a technology-driven lean organizations, very much highly modernized. So it needs good people, but not in bulk. So it does take a lot, and especially for us to. So every year when we go to campus, across 4 locations there are close to 2,500 to 3,000 students. Maximum 30 to 40 comes into the organization, and not always academic criteria is the one. There are lots of things which comes in. If quantity is the number, then we would have been in a different business.
Not exactly, but there is something called security systems. In security systems, we do not have big products, because security system is one market where you have, even someone jumps into the wall or on your premises, by the tremor sensors you can sense there is an intruder. Okay, so we have few of those products. We have not invested too much because there are a lot of local products. But what we do is we do the integration of the products. We do not invest on the hard product. Our strength area are in the chillers, HVAC, industrial refrigeration, and controllers. That is what our strength are and the range of products are. The security systems, we have few hardware systems, but majorly in the software aspect.
So my car is having some kind of automatic climate control.
Yes.
ABS,
Yes.
EBDs.
Yeah.
These kind of solutions.
We were doing that, we have sold off the business. We have just sold it off 6 months back. Now we are only into interior designing. So there was something called an overhead car. So the Duster, have you seen the Renault Duster? The Renault Duster digital system is designed by Johnson Control Pune. I actually saw it being designed there. The stuff was being, when it was in a beta stage. But even we were doing the GPS and the interactive systems. We have come out of that business. Our core competencies are in seat design and manufacturing and interior designing in terms of how cars can, and we are also investing a lot in future next gen cars, hybrid cars, where there is optimal fuel consumption, and the next stage of car which we are talking about is zero human interface. Everything is without an automated, without a human interface. You actually need to get into the car. You don't have to sit on the steering. So we already have a system, and it is there in US, most of the cars. So if you're driving, and that part of the business we are not there anymore. So you just want to just change lanes, but in a close proximity if there is another vehicle, it will put on alarm and it will not allow you to